writer and a journalist, but I'm a very curious guy. My military service was all in World War II. They hauled me in to put me with not only Armed Forces radio service, but with the intelligence work that we were doing. I didn't realize what I was getting into.
But first, here are some messages for our friends in occupied countries.
And suddenly I heard this wonderful, warm, beautiful voice speaking German. And I said to General Sarna, I said, come on, that sounds like Glenn Miller.
Hi there, Tex, how's your new romance?
What he was doing was addressing the German troops, telling them to surrender, you know, not to believe in the garbage that they got from Hitler and all this stuff. And Hitler was just trying to expend them, run Germany into the ground. Glenn Miller was declared missing, as everybody now knows, supposedly gone down in the English Channel in a curious kind of a plane flight, which a lot of people didn't believe. Very weird thing that happened. Overlooked by the Russians, they found the library of the SS or the Gestapo. Because of my experience in the war, I noticed the name in English. It was Miller. And then I noticed it had to do with Eisenhower, and it had to do with certain broadcasting. And I learned from a captain, he said, you know, the story is not true about Glenn Miller going in the Channel. I said, what? How do you know? You weren't there. Well, he said, I read the file. He said, what everybody in the world thinks is not true. There's a whole different story. You have to understand that those days, Glenn Miller was the superstar. I mean, he was far better known than Eisenhower was when he went in command of SHAPE. He was the top guy, like Elvis, for instance. His job was to be the go-between with the German generals who wanted to surrender, including von Rundstedt, including Keitel, and a number of others. He would be able to go on the air, speaking in German, which he did, explain to the German troops in a voice that they knew and recognized what this was all about, so that they would believe the armistice was in effect. That was the plan. Miller wound up becoming a prisoner of the SS. They tried to force him by torture to take them to Versailles. He refused to do it. They tortured him and resulted in his death. This whole affair of his going down in the Channel was top secret for the government. It was a cover-up. They had it covered up for reasons that they thought were valid at that time. Maybe they were valid then, but they're not valid now.